What's up, YouTube family? Welcome back to the channel. Coming at you today here from the Project X in the Rack in Robertsdale, Alabama. This is my home gym. Want to talk to you today about bulking. This is my last bulk before I start contest prep. And so really, there's like three different stages of weight transformation when it comes to bodybuilding. There's cutting, maintenance, and then bulking. Of course, there is some like recomposition you can do, but generally to get to achieve that best, you'll either be getting newbie gains or you'll be coming back off of an injury. But once you've been training for a number of years, it's difficult to get the most out of weight loss and bulking at the same time. So bulking used to be a term for just eating everything you possibly can and putting on as much weight and strength as you possibly can all at the same time. But really today, we do more of what's called, referred to as like a lean bulk. So to be bulking, you just technically need to be in a calorie surplus. All right, so some simple math is 500 calories a day, 7 days a week. That's a pound a week. So across 3 months, that would be 12 to 13 pounds of weight gain at 500 calories a day. Now, I'm not saying that that's the perfect number for you or anything like that. That's just a simple example of how much weight you can gain by being in a 500 calorie a day surplus. So, a lot of people always ask me, they're like, hey, should my training change? Like, should I suddenly start doing low reps, high weight, all that kind of stuff? You'll always want to lift as heavy weight as you possibly can, but you still want to keep the volume high. What I mean by that is that, somewhere between the 8 to 12 rep range is normally referred to as the optimum range for creating the maximum hypertrophy. This is like, anything less than 6 and there's not enough time under tension to really create the muscle tear down that's necessary. So 8 to 12 is a good, comfortable range, and I like to press as much weight as I can. Now, within that, you can also add intensifiers, which I've done some series on this channel, such as like drop sets or peels, where you go close to failure, peel some weight off, close to failure, peel some weight off, close to failure, do multiple drops. Then you've got myo reps, which is another great intensifier. You additionally have beyond failure reps, which isn't good for everything, but the things that it's applicable for, this is where you would go to failure, and then where you cannot continue to do full range of motion reps, and you would do partial reps. And the partial reps would get smaller and smaller and smaller until you're no longer really moving the weight much at all. Then you'd be completed at that point. Then you can also do like rest pauses, which is, focused on the eccentric, pausing at the bottom, pushing back out. And this is just, definitely like lengthening the time under tension by doing nice, slow, controlled reps and pausing, at the bottom of each one. So all of these intensifiers can, increase the time under tension. So as long as you're under heavy weight as you can handle and increasing the time under tension, and getting as much volume as you can recover from each week, then you will continue to build the most muscle mass possible. But you've got to make sure that you're, when I say the most recoverable volume, this also means that like you are getting the sleep and the rest that you need in between workouts. 5 hours a night for most people is not gonna cut it. For you to actually, you tear it down in the gym and you rebuild it back in the bed, so to speak. So, taking and getting a good 8+ hours of sleep at night, if possible. Taking a nap when you're able to. Absolutely like taking a rest day. And then rotating your muscle groups so that they have time to recover before the next session. There's many different techniques. Some people take a 1 day rest, 1 day a week rest day. Then there's the asymmetrical type where you can do 3 days of working out and then 1 day off, and then 3 days of working out and then 1 day off. But now this will throw off your traditional every Monday's chest or every Tuesday is bis and tris or whatever your system is. This asymmetrical type system will throw that off, where you don't do the same body part the same day of the week. But if you're willing to do it, it's another way to try and see how your body responds, you know, by doing the asymmetrical split. Either way though, at the end of the day, you want to tear the muscles down as best as you possibly can. You want to get your recovery time through rest and through food. And then I always add in active recovery, such as, you know, massage, chiropractic, foam rolling, you know, whatever you can to actually recover the muscles as well. And then protein, of course, you always want to focus on 0.8 to 1 gram of protein being your absolute minimum. And in a bulk, for me, my calories get so high, I can wind up with even 1.5 to 2.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight. This isn't because it's necessary. It's not because it's going to suddenly, you know, create more muscle just because I'm eating more protein. It's just that I have so many calories, and, you know, protein, you know, sustains me as well too. So sometimes I'll eat quite a bit more protein while I'm in a bulk, but it's not because eating 2 to 3 grams a pound is suddenly going to, you know, build more muscle than eating a gram per pound. The studies just don't show that that is true. Anyway, if you like the video, like the video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future videos. And remember, we get better together. And you can't outbeast the monster. Love you guys.